Hi guys, I'm Member. Welcome to my channel. So for today, we are doing another pick a card for what's coming in for you. And we have 3 piles. This is pile 1 with Odyssey. This is pile 2 with Balance. And this is pile 3 with Lower World. So take your time, go to whatever pile you feel intuitively called to, and I will give you guys a few seconds and then we will get started. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. So for today we're doing what's coming in for you, and you guys picked the card Odyssey. Your oracle cards are also protection, openness, change, protecting treasure, adjacent possibilities, door to spirit, solitude, strength, and action. And so when I first saw your guys' card with Odyssey, I felt like it was talking about a big story, like a big story that you're creating or trying to create for your future. And since we have 2 protection cards, there's something about you wanting to protect your ideas or your next action steps or your solitude. There's something about needing to protect yourself, and there's just something about big ideas. There's something about having really big ideas in your head, and maybe there's so many ideas that you have that you're like, I don't even know what direction I need to go in next. And because we have the adjacent possibilities card, there's just something about feeling like you have so much in your head. Maybe you have a lot of air in your chart, but there just feels like there's so much in your head that you're maybe not really knowing where to take the next action step forward. And what's coming in for you is like clarity. That's what I'm hearing, clarity and understanding about how to put your ideas into action and take action towards every open door that you do have, because we do have openness, and then there's like this, oh sorry, my kitty just got in the way. There is this openness that's coming in for you, this clarity that's coming in for you. And maybe you're going through a lot of changes right now, because there's this feeling of, I just feel like a whirlwind like this around you. And it just feels like there's so much going on. You may be going through some big life transitions in like multiple areas of your life, like let's say love, career, even moving. There's something about not feeling like you have an anchor. And what's coming in for you is that feeling of having an anchor, that feeling of knowing where to move next. It's like you kind of are lost in the storm, and it's totally okay that you are, because that's just a process and it's part of it, right? It's always part of it, feeling lost, especially if you have a bunch of new changes happening. Kitty, go away. Especially if you have a lot of changes happening, because that's what I'm feeling for you guys. You guys have a lot going on right now. But also, Spirit wants to talk about how much strength you have had in this, and you have made and taken a lot of steps to get where you are. And there is this door to spirit. You may be thinking about possibly getting into spiritual things, or you are into spiritual things, and like maybe you're thinking about how to create more possibilities with your spirituality. There's something about that here as well. But yeah, Spirit really wants to talk about how much strength you've had to even get into this spot you're at, and everything will become clear soon. It's just right now you're in it, and it's okay, and it's a very difficult space to be in. I also get this call. There's this call maybe that you're feeling for solitude, for meditation, for quieting your mind, because of everything that's going on, because of these big life transitions and actions. You may be feeling like all over the place is kind of what I'm getting. And if you're feeling all over the place, what can really help is becoming quiet and getting still, so you can really listen to your intuition. Because there's something here about listening to your intuition as well, because maybe you have 100 ideas, but one is like more with your intuition and another's more out of fear, like, right? It could be, it's just getting clear on like where your intuition's leading you and where you want to go. And like, that's what's coming in, is the clarity, and also the feeling like you're connected and aligned and anchored into yourself again. Because I really feel like, I don't know if you've been calling that in, but that feels like a desire as well, to be more anchored, to be more calm. And because you've done the work to get to where you are and had the strength to get to where you are, that's what's coming in for you. You just have to keep going, keep pushing. You can do this. It can be very difficult to be in the spot that I feel like you may be in. But you do have a lot of possibilities and a lot of open doors to you. And I think that what Spirit's also saying is like, where do you want to go next? What door do you want to open next? Because you have the ability, because of everything that you've just done, you have the ability to now choose where you want. It's like, don't fear a blank canvas, because like that's where you're going to get all the, you can create anything you want. And that's what I'm getting here. There's this feeling of a possibility of creating anything you want, creating a great story. Like the Odyssey card is just screaming to me, great story, a great story. And I feel like you're trying to create a great story and a great life for yourself. And that can be very scary. And also it can just be overwhelming. And so if you feel overwhelmed, it's not going to last forever. It's going to pass. Everything's going to be okay. And continue to encourage yourself and find people in your life that encourage you, because you empowering yourself and encouraging yourself is what's going to help you move through this even more. And so I just really, want to give the advice to just keep encouraging yourself and keep loving yourself, because you deserve it. And because this is a very difficult thing that you're going through. And also you've just done so much work to get here. So you may be like, I feel burnt out. Like I want a break, please. This is really hard, you know? And so you are able to take the break if you want to. You also are able to open whatever door you are feeling called to. It's just getting connected to your intuition and seeing what that is. Okay, I'm going to pull some tarot cards and see what we have. Yeah, so there's the opportunity. So I got the page of, or sorry, not the page. I don't know why I said page. Knight of Pentacles. King of Cups. This is like, for me, what I'm seeing here is like this introduction into like your higher water energy, your emotional energy, like having the opportunity to get connected to your water energy and your emotions, and like what drives you and what makes you happy, what inspires you, what makes you feel calm and connected and stable, and how can you cultivate more of that? That's what I'm seeing with that, at least. Okay. Seven of Swords. Okay, what's the Seven of Swords about? Five of Pentacles. Interesting. And Nine of Cups. Okay, I was talking about this a little bit. So the Seven of Swords with the Five of Pentacles, there may be fears that are being deceptive towards you. Like, I'm just going to make an example. Like, say you're afraid to get a new job. Let's say you're afraid to get a new job, right? Because you are afraid of change or something. Let's just say that. The self-deception is in the fear, saying that if you don't get this, then that's not then you're not going to be okay, kind of thing. And what Spirit is wanting you to do is be more connected to, instead of your fears, more connected to your inspiration, more connected to your emotional fulfillment and what fulfills you, and not doing things or thinking, well, you can think things, obviously we always think things, but not making decisions out of fear. This is about not making decisions out of fear and making, my example was crappy, by the way. Not making decisions out of fear, but making decisions out of inspiration, I guess is what my point is. And also making decisions out of your heart and your emotions and where you want to go and what fulfills you. It's like getting really connected to what is fulfilling for you and not what your fear is telling you. And I literally have been going through this so much, and it is such a difficult space to be, because it's like, how much do you like let the fear, how do you like, let's say you need to get a job, right? And you don't have any money and you're afraid of being on your own and taking care of yourself. It's like, how do you know where you're making the decision on, if you're making the decision to take a certain job because it's going to give you money and you really want a job that's like going to inspire you, but you're afraid, and so you listen to like the fear of like taking the job that kind of sucks, and instead of like working through the fear of going after what you want. Like, do you see what I'm saying? It's very hard to explain, but there's like two different sets of fear here. And it's like, one fear is the fear of like losing something, and the other is the fear of like going after something you really want. And it's like you have to figure out which fear is speaking to you and which one you're listening to, and that can be very hard. And again, getting connected to your wish fulfillment is what's going to help you make that choice, because it can be very debilitating, the fear in either way. So I think that that's what's happening here. I know that I was long-winded and it was difficult to get to, because I literally feel like I'm going through the very similar thing. Okay, 3 of Wands, the Empress. This is like looking to the future of what experiences you want to have, where you feel love, where you feel that you are being valued. 8 of Swords. I'm gonna pull 2 more. Yeah, there's something about your fear holding you back or something. There's something about a survival instinct here. There's something about your survival of fear of like losing something, like losing security or being homeless. Like I'm just giving you examples, like, or losing a certain job because of, you have security there. There's something about being afraid to lose something, but it's a survival instinct that's happening. It's like a fear out of like something that's not of the higher realms, if that makes sense. And like trying to defend it. Yeah, it's something about a role or a job or something to do with your resources, something like that. It's very interesting, guys. You may feel trapped right now, but the fear is what's trapping you. And that may be very annoying, because I think you know that. I think that like you're like, yeah, I get that part, but how do I get out of it? Like that's the kind of feeling I'm getting. And it's just continuing to take your time, and again, get connected to what you want. Because if you're going to have fear either way on like if you should go for something or if you're going to lose something, you might as well go for it instead of like making a choice out of fear of losing something. Like go for the job you love. Like why go for the job that's just you can get? You know what I'm saying? Like that's the kind of thing. Go for the job you love, or go for the relationship that you love, or you know what I mean? It's almost like if you're in a relationship and you're accepting like, oh, I'm just going to be with this person because I don't want to be alone, or I'm going to be alone and find something I really, really want, but I have to wait for that, So like, it's wherever you want to go, and it's not bad or good. It's just another example. But it's like, I'm sure you feel very stuck, because there's this feeling of feeling very stuck, and you're not, what's coming in for you is that like I see this unraveling of the 8 of Swords, and it's like this unraveling of that fear is what's going to happen, and unraveling of like what you really want, because the fear may be making it hard to see like what you want and where to go next. And that's totally normal. So it's like, again, getting connected to meditation, contemplation, getting your head quiet, because I feel like your air energy is all over the place, which is your like mental energy is like, and I feel like your mental energy is causing a lot of this distress, because it's, again, coming out of a fear of multiple things. And it's like getting connected to your quiet, getting connected to your intuition, and like you have to kind of clear out the mental like chatter to be able to get connected to your intuition. And so again, getting it connected to your wish fulfillment, getting connected to what makes you feel really good, what you want to experience, who you want to be around, what kind of place do you want to be in next, what is it going to be an empowered choice, and what is going to be a choice out of fear. Like make whatever you decide to do is totally fine, but what I feel for you guys too is like there's this want to make empowered choices for yourself. I feel that very strongly. And I think it's just your shadows coming in and making it hard to see. And so what's coming in for you is the clearing out of this, because it does need to be healed, right? This fear of like being abandoned or left out in the cold, or this fear of like not having something or losing something. Like that needs to clear out so you can clearly see what you want. And so this is that, whatever just happened or whatever's happening right now, that's what this is. It's a clearing out so you can see what you really want and you can go after what you really want. Okay, I'm going to get some, oh my God. New chapters require a new version of you. This may be calling on parts of you that you have not accessed in a long time, or calling on parts of you that like you need to strengthen, because there's something about strengthening parts of yourself that you strengthened them before, but it's been a while. And there's also something about strengthening parts of yourself that you would consider more like weak, I guess, but they're not weak. It's just they haven't had a lot of practice. And so this is like about practicing, continually practicing through that fear, and also not letting it debilitate you if you can. And if it debilitates you, like that's okay too. Like that's part of it too. So it's like, how can you allow and give yourself unconditional love for this is whatever you're going through right now is very difficult. It's so overwhelming that like, how can you give yourself unconditional love and compassion for like you going through this? Because it's a lot. It's a lot, you guys. It's very, very, very difficult to move through this. Let go. Oh my God, Kitty. Let go. I mean, really let go. There's something better on the horizon. Don't stop living your life because of someone else. Sorry, guys. There's some, yeah, it's about letting go and surrendering to what's happening, even if the situation's very difficult. It's like, I think that there's also this element that of or part of you that may be trying to control everything. Like, if I can just control this, then this bad thing won't happen. And it's like, can you let go, right? If you let go, you're going to feel better. And that doesn't mean don't take action towards the things you want. It just means letting go of the fear and letting go of the control that needs to that wants to grab on and hold on for dear life. Life will be a roller coaster. Enjoy the ride. Oh my God, I didn't even see that, you guys. I swear. Okay, life will be a roller coaster. Enjoy the ride and stop trying to be in control. That is cheeky, dude. That was so cheeky. Oh my God. Learn when to say no, avoid clutter, slow down, and quiet your mind. Yeah, that's what I was saying in the beginning. You guys got this. It's a phase. It's just something that's going to pass through. Let it pass through. You will get what you wish for, but is it truly what you want? Try not to resist the changes that come your way. Don't delay the inevitable. You guys are doing amazing. This is very, very, very challenging, and it will pass. What's coming in for you, I feel like, is peace, solitude, understanding, clarity, and this ability to finally move forward in a direction that you feel good about. And that's what's coming in for you. Woo, okay, Pile 1, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys next time. Hi, Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So for today, we're doing what's coming in for you, and you guys picked the card Balance. And we also have 36 Commitment, 7 Into the Unknown, 48 Wishing Well, 45 Sad Embrace, Love, Openness, Door to Spirit, 32, 14 Caring Connections, and 12 The Temple Path. So when I was first tapping into your energy, I really felt like you had to seriously, journey into the unknown, journey into the darkness, because there's something about you having a lot of trauma or shadow work with past people, having to deal with a lot of past people that may have not treated you right. And you had to go deep into the healing to see how those connections in the past were not right for you or why you were allowing them. And you had to go maybe into your childhood as well. There's something about childhood, inner child healing, and seeing how past connections were not healthy for you, but also how the patterns of the past connections are related to even your childhood or your past, something about people in your past not being good for you, and having to journey I see someone in a maze, journeying around in a maze, in the unknown, in the darkness, in the fear and the sadness. Sad Embrace is here too. In the sadness of what happened to you, grieving what happened to you, grieving the people that maybe didn't show up for you the way that you deserved and didn't give you the commitment that you wanted and the openness and the love. And what I see strongly coming in for you, because you've done I hear you just closed a huge cycle. You just closed a huge cycle. Because of just closing this huge cycle, what's coming in for you, if it's not already here for you, is more caring connections, people that are a better balance of the people that you deserve, the people of where you are going to show up. You know how you'll show up. You have I feel so strongly, a strong sense of self and a strong sense of love and compassion and openness from you and non-judgment. And I feel like because you're admitting that, and because you've healed the things in the darkness, and because you've wandered into the scariness of all of it, and become more connected with it, but also like more unconditional love towards it, you're calling in different people. There's this wishing well, there's this desire to call in better people, and that's what's coming in for you. You've walked the temple path and the door to spirit into the unknown, into the fear, into the sadness, into the darkness, and embraced your sadness and seen how it was affecting you and released it. There's a strong sense of just releasing this. And because you've released this and because you've healed this, you are calling in a balance of beautiful, caring connections that you've always wanted and you've always deserved, because you've always had this emission of love and openness in you. I just feel like that you've had that since you were a child. And because of that, people may have taken advantage of you, or maybe you chose as a soul to go through these kind of karmic things to like finally be able to release this in this life. And because there's something about past lives here too, having very similar lessons. And I feel like you chose this life to learn and release these lessons for good finally. And I'm talking about possibly centuries of lessons, like possibly centuries of you going and redoing and going and redoing and learning and learning and learning. And in this life, you have finally released this and like coming into your confidence. I see Queen of Wands coming into your confidence, coming into your creativity, coming into your power. There's something about you coming into your power here in a way that you hadn't been doing before or hadn't been able to access before because of this unknown, because of this darkness, because of this thing that was making you feel not worthy. There's something about not feeling worthy here. And so it's really beautiful because you've done the work to get here, but also I hope that this is like extra confirmation that you have done this work and that you feel really good about yourself and that you continue to step into your empowerment, continue to step in for like, this is what I deserve. I deserve people in my life that are going to love me, that are going to commit to me, that are going to show me openness in the same consistency that I show them. I deserve that. That's what I'm feeling. And that's strong in you. And that's really beautiful. And so it's really great, guys. I am very proud of you guys, and Spirit's proud of you too. And again, more connections are coming in for you. Your soul tribe, I hear, is coming in for you very soon. If they're not already here yet, you may have already, I got this feeling too that for some of you, you've already had a contrast of better relationships that you can kind of call in friendships, whatever it is, right? There's this contrast of like the past and now, and seeing how the relationships that you're calling in now are so much more beautiful and so much more full. And like, maybe that's also part of the healing, is like seeing that contrast of like that old relationship and that new relationship and seeing like how different it is. Kitty, oh my gosh, she cannot stay off this thing. I swear. I'm like, she just ruined all my cards. Anyways, yeah, so there is just something here about that. And I hope you are very proud of yourself for the work that you've done, because Spirit is seriously proud of you and commending you because it's not this stuff is not easy, you guys. This is so hard. Most people don't even skim it. Most people don't even skim this. Most people stay on the surface. Most people don't do a deep dive. And you have done a deep dive. I'm seeing the Judgment card. You've broken it down and done deep reflection and deep healing over this. And because of that, your whole trajectory of your life has changed and more in balance with like your soul and your higher self and your purpose. So it's really beautiful. Yeah, these are just going to be messed up. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we have 7 of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, this is like, let's see, 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is you looking at the things that have happened to you, where you felt left out in the cold, where you felt abandoned, right? And healing that. That's what I'm seeing, at least. Yeah, this is, again, there's so much, you're working on this. Like have been continually working on this. Also just shadow work in general. It doesn't necessarily have to be with the things I'm talking about. You probably are healing, what I'm feeling is that you're healing multiple areas of your life, but just right now for this one is coming up very strongly. You may have just gone through a cycle where you have maybe had to end something with somebody, or maybe you finally came into your power and realized that someone was not attached to you in like a higher vibrational way, or like they were attached to you in a karmic way. But there's something about you just completing a huge cycle and working on that and like moving through that. Yeah, look, okay, there's all of these are Pentacles. This is like you also changing things in the real world. Like this is not just doing the work inside, but this is the work from the inside translating out into the outside, translating out into like actual actionable changes. And there's something about, you didn't just do the healing internally, but you're doing the healing externally as well. And you're still working on it, which we always will be. Yeah, 6 of Wands. That's you gaining a major victory. Here's 7 of Cups. Yeah. 3 of, oh my goodness. She just can't stay away from you guys. This is like gaining a victory through the confusion, the heartbreak that you had to go through, and coming through to a major epiphany, a major powerful understanding of something, of yourself, of your power, of where you've been hurt, why you've been confused, why you've been hurt, why you've been brokenhearted. Yeah, there we go with the rebalancing. That's justice. Rebalancing. Yeah, you're rebalancing so many areas of your life right now. Yeah, and it's coming in quickly. I feel like you guys have done a ton of work, I feel like someone could be coming in quickly. 9 of Cups. There's something about you getting really connected to your wish fulfillment, your desires. Page of Wands. Yeah, there's something about an opportunity coming in with your desires, with your wish fulfillment, moving in quickly because you've done the work to rebalance not even out of it, just healed it. Like, you haven't avoided the confusion. You haven't avoided the 3 of Swords, which is the heartbreak. You have literally, I see this 6 of Wands moving into the confusion, moving through here and coming to here, which is like this major truth popping up. Then the rebalancing happens. And then your wish fulfillment, because of that, becomes also into balance. There's something about your wish fulfillment coming into balance and your passion coming into balance as well, because you're getting to know yourself in a more aligned way. And I think that getting to know yourself can be very hard, but I think that you guys have done so much work to get to know yourselves and to love yourselves, and I think it's really beautiful. And because of that, you're getting actionable, real world things happening to you, manifestations coming true. There's something about that too. You miss the beauty when you are stressed. Be gentle with yourself. Be messy. Sometimes let it all go. Don't stop living your life because of someone else. I feel like these are the lessons you just learned. It's okay to be different. Don't try so hard to fit in. Learn how to honor and treat your body well. I'm going to get these ones over here real quick. Don't allow a scarcity mindset to limit your success. Don't compare your life to others. Your journey is your own. I feel like a lot of these are about, there's maybe somebody around you that is making you feel like you're not on the right path, or you're not doing something right, or you're not going to have something. There's something about somebody here. It may not be for all of you, but for some of you, there's something about somebody coming in or somebody being here already around you that is making you feel or doubt or question yourself. And the healing that you just did is going to help you move through this. So continue to move on your path of finding your own empowerment and continually looking at it. Because like, you are healing this, right? And you're healing it. You're not healed, right? I mean, I don't know if anything is ever truly like completely healed. I mean, I would hope so, but I think that if you have the tendency, it can always be a tendency. It's like your devil energy opposed to like your, your higher self. And so it's like, just again, the more you are connected to yourself, the more you are finding empowerment, the more you are sticking up for yourself, the more you are celebrating your uniqueness, the better you're going to feel. And the more you get connected with your wish fulfillment, the more you're going to understand where you're supposed to go next. And I just see so many beautiful caring connections and love coming in for you. And also just the sense of empowerment, even more than you already have, because that's what I feel like you guys have worked on is feeling empowered and trusting yourself and loving yourself. And if that's what your goals are, that's what you're going to get. And so keep doing that. You guys are doing amazing, like truly amazing. Okay, Pal 2, I think that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys next time. Hi, Pal 3, welcome to your reading. So for today's Pick a Card, we are doing what's coming in for you, and you guys picked Lower World. Your cards are 50 Compass, 11 Balancing Act, 51 Moonlight, 43 Details, 4 Spirit of Place, 25 Deceit, 16 patience, wonders, and fulfillment. So when I first saw the card lower world, I immediately kept thinking about your lower chakras. There's something going on with your lower chakras that is clearing out. And when I saw this deceit card, I saw it as like the root chakra, and then there's patience with your sacral chakra. And there's something about you maybe, so your root chakra is all about feeling safe in your body and feeling safe in your environment, feeling stable, feeling secure. And there's something about a fear of yours coming up and saying, we're not stable, we're not safe, we're not okay. I don't know if you just went through something that's causing that feeling, or if because your lower chakras are going through a healing, that maybe that's something that's being cleared out for you. And so if you feel like there's this fear that's coming up that's around your safety or being okay or having enough money or having enough stability or having enough of something to be okay, understand that it's deceit. It's not telling you the truth. It's just out of fear. And it's like, we all have that, right? But there's something about finding the patience and flow, and trust in the universe that everything is going to work out, everything's going to balance out, because what's coming in for you is patience and time and the ability to move at the pace that you want, the pace that you need. And this compass, I don't know, because this deceit is here, if it's like clouding your vision on like where you're supposed to go next, but there's something about what's coming in for you is clarity on where you're going next and balancing out maybe your lower and your higher chakras, your upper chakras. And I don't know if you feel bogged down by the details, because there's something about feeling bogged down by the details of everything that's happening. You may have a lot going on, because there's something about that here, like feeling like you have a lot going on. And I don't know if this is for all of you, but for some of you, when you get into your spirituality, you feel like you're connected to wonder, fulfillment, and the moon also is affecting that. There's something about something happening with your spirituality as well. It's interesting because spirituality is usually tied to the upper chakras, and like the 3D world is usually tied to the lower chakras, but there's something about both of those, all of the chakras are going through something big. And like, I don't know if you're working energetically on your chakras or something, but there's something big here about your chakra system and it changing. And there's something about a clearing out of the things that don't serve you, of the fear that doesn't serve you, of the fear that holds you back, and moving towards the things that fulfill you, moving towards the things that cause you wonder, moving towards the things that are balanced for you and where you're at, and relying on and learning how to trust yourself. There's something here about trusting yourself, trusting in your abilities, trusting in your skills, trusting in your ability to take care of yourself and keep yourself safe. And I don't know if you've had a trauma that has been surrounding you or has surrounded you your whole life about not feeling safe in some way, either in your environment or in your body, but what is being called and what's coming in for you is you having the ability to trust yourself, because you're moving through all of these different energies and moving through all of these different fears, and you continue to empower yourself and move forward no matter what's going on. And there's something about you fighting for yourself here. I just feel a strong tenacity and a strong no, I'm going to keep empowering myself. I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to keep moving forward and loving myself. And is it going to be hard? Yeah, it's going to be hard, but can I get through hard things? Yes. And your fear might be like, no, you can't. And that's not true. That it's deceit. It's not actual out of truth. It's the devil. It's not real, right? The fear is real, but the illusion of what the fear is saying is not real. And it's how can you see everything for how it is? And then also bring in compassion for the fact that there's fear there, because there's something that happened to you that made you feel like that. It doesn't just come out of nowhere, right? So it's looking at what the root cause of this fear is going to be really helpful for you. And also focusing on the areas of your life that cause you wonder and joy, and that bring you sun, and that help balance out. Are you are healing, yes, but are you also enjoying yourself and loving yourself and having fun with your inner child and finding the joy, whatever that is for you? Are you balancing those two things out? And I think that what's coming in for you is you having the ability to balance those things out and see the fear for what it is and the illusion for what it is. Have compassion for that. but also turn to your spirituality when in need, and go after the things that cause you, like, again, fulfillment and love, and that make you feel joy, and that make you want to keep living your life, because life is all about that. I think we forget about that a lot, to be honest with you. I know I forget about it all the time. I'm like, I don't know what makes me happy. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, I have a million cards here. The Fool, Six of Swords, 10 of Wands. There's something about a new beginning, an opportunity of a new beginning is happening, but you're moving into calmer waters, and it's burdensome. That's weird. Hold on. I think the new beginning, I think you moved into a new beginning where it was calmer waters, but I think that doing that caused this burden. I think that whatever choice you made to move into a new beginning, or move into something even better for yourself, caused you a lot of burden and a lot of stress. It's like, I just want to put down these freaking sticks. I don't want to feel this. This is a lot. This is overwhelming for me. And it's like, you made a huge choice to transition into something better for yourself. And yes, it's hard, and yes, it's burdensome, and yes, you feel overwhelmed, but is it better for you? Was it the empowering choice? I'd say yes. You know what I mean? And then, like, it's no, especially if let's say you're a fixed sign like me, and you make a huge change in your life. It can feel so overwhelming, because it is like, I feel lost. I'm like, I got no anchor. I feel lost. I have nowhere to go. I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Like, I don't feel safe, right? And there's something about, you moved to calmer waters and you moved into a new beginning, but because of that change, I think it just caused you to feel like, I don't know what's happening. This is such a burden. But I don't believe that you regret that choice either, though. Like, I'm not feeling that either. I'm feeling a strong sense of, like, no, this was right for me. I needed to move into this new beginning. I needed to move into this new opportunity, or whatever it is, because that's what was right for me. And I don't have regrets about that. But is it hard? Yeah, it's freaking hard. You know, that's what I'm feeling. King of Swords. I'm going to start down here. I want to start a new line, because I feel like that was its own line. King of Swords, 5 of Wands. It came out sideways, though, but I don't know. Hold on. I mean, I know that it came out sideways. I just don't know. Hold on. 4 of Pentacles. What is this about? Queen of Pentacles. There's something about, I don't know if this is for all of you, though, but there's something about a relationship where there was a lot of fighting and a lot of holding on. I don't know. Hold on. I'm not getting enough. Hold on one second. Yeah. Okay. It was a connection. There's something about past connection or past connections where there was a lot of inner fighting, a lot of, like, holding back even, or holding on in some way. Okay. What is this? Queen of Swords comes in now. What the heck? Hold on. What's going on, Spirit? Justice. Okay. There's something about the work that you've done. There's a rebalancing of, you could have both of these energies. This could be your earth energy and your air energy. And you are yeah, okay, that makes sense. You're rebalancing your air and earth energy. You're combining your masculine air energy and your feminine air energy together, instead of combining your air energy and your earth energy together. There's something about, like, it could be people. So if it's people, then it's totally different. Because it could be a person's in a relationship and there's another person and they were clashing and, like, not working out, and then someone else comes in the picture and comes into the picture. Like, there's not much more than that after that. There's, like, a rebalancing. Okay, so this also could be, like, you were with somebody who wasn't working for you, or you were with someone who isn't working for you, and there was a lot of fighting and a lot of things that weren't good between you guys, and you decided to move on and move to calmer waters for a new beginning with this person, or without this person, without this person, and then you rebalance by finding either old soul connection or a new soul connection from a past life, like an old soul connection from past life, but it's new technically in this life, with somebody who's your match, because I see you as the King of Swords or the Queen of Swords, so I don't really see you as the Queen of Pentacles, so that could also be it. But there's something also about here, again, like I said before, about you merging your air energy, your feminine and masculine air energy, instead of merging your air energy and your earth energy together, because they were clashing. So I don't know, it just, wherever it fits for you. I know that that's totally two different examples, but it just depends on where you're at and who, like, where you're at, basically. Not who you are, but where you're at. Like if it's just you, or if you're dealing with other people, or if you had a relationship and that was a new beginning, or there's just like, this is also just talking about like having a new relationship with yourself, whatever that looks like, having a new relationship with yourself, being able to stand in your power, being able to have better boundaries, being able to work through your energies, like, right, through your air energy in a more efficient way, or through your earth energy in a more efficient way, learning to merge what types of energies together to get the result that you want. Like that could be it too. It just depends on if you're dealing with a relationship and you just left a relationship, there's something about a soul bond coming in or has come in for you that's better going to match your energy. That's like a marriage of energies, right? Like the King and the Queen of Swords, they're like together, you know? So there's something about that here too. Okay, let's get some oracle advice cardy things. Oh, I just dropped some. Okay, let's see. What do they need to hear, Spirit? You're pushing yourself to exhaustion. Enjoy yourself in between all your hard work. So if you've been pushing yourself and you've been working super hard, you deserve a break. That's what this is saying. You deserve a break. Enjoy yourself. That's kind of what I was talking about, like getting into the joy and the fulfillment and the love of like what you like to do. Life isn't a sprint, it's a long race, and you're not in it to just win. Continue to make the most out of every open door. Something from your past will resurface. It's okay to visit. Interesting. This could have been a relationship too for you. If you were with a Queen of Pentacles type, someone who's very earthy, someone who like was very earthy, someone who's very earthly, grounded, practical, and you were with somebody, you may have been with them a long time ago. It doesn't have to be just now. And maybe you could be looking at, like, you may have been looking at this from the past and revisiting this from the past and seeing where it wasn't working, seeing where there was fighting, seeing where there was holding back, seeing where there was a true intimate connection. And you've been healing that. And then through healing that, you're inviting in your counterpart. That's what I'm seeing. So it just depends on, again, where you guys are at. Realize you have the qualities to be a leader. I love this one. You do. You really do. You have everything you need inside of you. And it's scary, but again, continue to make the most out of every open door. I love that. Do not give up because something did not work out right away. Know that whatever decision you made, it was the right one. Woo! Okay, pile 3. I think that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys next time.